Welcome to online video course creating first NPM package like a pro. In this video we are going to focus on building our library code from scratch. Until now we already have configured all these tools that we need to use during the code. If you haven't watched the course until, I would recommend you to please check the previous video to get understanding about all the tools and plugins that we are using during the course. So before doing any further ado, let's start it with the actual code. I would like to mention I have already created some small reference document for the code files and all the command that we use during the course. I'm going to share the link in the description below so you can follow same during the course. Let's say I want to do it some like a test driven development, so we will create the specification for our library first and then we will start the coding that specification. So let's create the test file for it like edge calculator test.ts file. We are going to build a library that should export edge calculator from our package, and our package entry file should be src/index. Let's hope we have developed edge calculator as of now, but we haven't done any coding for it, but we are writing the specification, so let's assume it. I want to write the specification is like that. It should return age in years greater than 29 for DOB 01-01-2000. So let's say a person born on a 1st of Jan 2000, it should have the age about greater than 19 as of now. It should have the age of near to the 20 years, but we will say it should be greater than 19 years because it's just depend on when you run your when you are watching this video and try to run this test. So it should match the date. So we will expect age calculator dot get age should take date object 01-01-2000, and let's say we will take it outside. Let age equal to this one. We will assume that our library will return us a age in years, months and days format. So age, we will expect age dot years to be greater than 19. So we have written down our expectation before we start the coding. So let's run our TDD. Now we can start the coding our actual code for the against this specification now. So we have index.ts file. I would like to have age calculator in it. So I will let's export the class against this specification. Let's open this specification in parallel while coding. Each calculator should have one method, that is getAge, and it should take the data as an object. I guess this method is as a static method, so let's create the static method getAge. This method takes date of birth as a date object, and it return age in years, let's say 20, months, let's say 1, and days, let's say 20. It's saying that you are missing a return type, and all these things are coming from ESLint. So I will write the return type for it. I guess it's better to create the separate model for this return type so we can use it later on. So I will create a new file, that is model.ts, and in that file let's export the interface age as age format. So it should be, sorry for typing. So we need years in number, months in number, and days in number. Let's use that return type for our just created one, and it's already has been imported that for us. It's saying that DOB is enabled but are not use it. So just to make it silent as of now, I'm just like using DOB. Just make it silent for now. Check your running test. So is it passing or not? So we have the first test written in last video. That is the first test case. It has been failing. So I guess we don't need this file now. So I'm just like deleting that file for sake of simplicity. It giving me the really nice suggestion and errors before I can even like code that raw. Let's check, does our test case pass? If it pass, that means we have written some right logic for it. So it has been passing. That means we have coded as per our required expectation. So, but this is just a hard coded to demonstrate you how we can go from TDD specification to the actual code. We need to calculate the actual age from the date of birth. For that, we are going to use the momentjs dependency. So first thing is like to install the momentjs dependency. For that, I can use npm install moment, and I would like to save it as a dependency in my package.json. So it will going to execute the command and will install the momentjs for us. Before that, I already have created a small code that calculate the age for us. So it has installed moment.js in our project. So let's use the moment to calculate the age for us. So instead of watching me you type, I will just copy this code from the reference file. This code is just doing calculating the age from the date of birth. I have created a small method that's calculate the difference between two dates with the help of moment. So it takes a from date and to date object. We are also throwing the error if the given date object is in not in correct format. Sorry, not a correct type. We just use the moment API to calculate the. We're using the moment method to calculate the difference between two dates, and same we are using get age method. So let's save this file. You can see that it's giving me a really nice error mentioning that all the library import should be before we are importing from our inside file. Let we will check this. Does it fix automatically during the our task? We will run npm run test, and it should be happy with the calculating age logic. I am getting the some small error for importing the moment in our code. It's because of that moment module is exported as a default, and if you would like to export as a default imported instead of like writing it down moment or default, we can use this flag in our compiler option in package.ts.config file. Let me go there and add this flag, and I hope this will resolve that error. Let's check it again. So that has resolved the problem. We also has written down the first test case for us. So yeah, it has been passing that test case. So we will going to write some more test case to test our logic. So already has written some test case for us. So I'm just going to copy that test case uh, just to avoid the typing and save some time for us. You can do the same, or you can code it as per your logic. So we have this some of the test now. Let's test it again. Let's check how test look like. It it just expecting the same thing that I have done. So if the date of birth is 1st January 1990, so age should be greater than 29. It should, if the age show, if we are provided date of birth which is in future, it should throw the error. We can also expect the error type that has been thrown. So I'm just expecting it should throw the error of error type. I'm also expecting it should throw the error with the proper message. So if you check that all these test cases are passing, so that means we have done the right method. We have coded the right method. That means we have successfully passing the test case. So our logic is working correctly. If you would like to add some more test case, you can go ahead and try to add it. So let's say we completed with the age calculator here. So let's say we completed with the age calculator here, and I will try to commit this code. Obviously, this code has some problem, but I want to show you how it will prevent and how it will get fixed during the process now, and that's where the power of all these configured tools like ESLint, prettier, and hooks that's come into picture. Let's add those files and commit these changes. Add functionality to calculator. So once I hit the commit, it will going to execute linting, prettier, and build and test case for us. I'm sure that we all have some problems, so it will going to find that problem, try to fix it before it can commit the changes. And you can say that all the tasks has been successfully done, so that means it able to fix those issues by itself. So when I navigate to the editor and check the files now, it should be auto corrected. So I don't need to do anything manually there. So let it get successful and we'll check the file. So it has done all the tasks. I'm heading to the editor and going checking that. So first error was like this moment was imported after the internal files. So it has been corrected. Other thing is that we were using let keyword to declare the variables, but that variable was never assigned. So it was saying you can use the const instead of let, and believe me or not, but it has done it already. That means it has automatically formatted our code. It has automatically fixed our code. So this is really great job. So before completing our age calculator, I would like to add some more functionality to this calculator. Like I would like to get the age in some other format as well. Let's say I would like to check what's a person age in weeks, what's a person age in months, and what's person age in years only. So we can use this library in our application sometime. So for that purpose, I also has added a small code for it. So you can refer the same. I'm just going to copy it and paste it just to save some more time. All these code are self-explanatory, so I don't think so. There is anything more to much more to worry about this. If you go on through the code, you will get to know like what it means. So I created another method, that is static method, to get age in, and it takes date and the format, that is a unit of age. So we will create the type unit of age like years, months, hours, minutes, and a lot many things. Uh, so let's so this model.ts, I'm just changing that one, and this add the unit of age. So this same is used here. So our public API has two API. One is get age and another one is get age in. So get age just only takes the date of birth and return it date of birth in years, months, and days format. But our get age in takes the date of birth as well as format and return that age in given format. Uh, that can be years, months, weeks, and all this format that has been supported. So I one more thing I done, like I remove this date difference method into the separate file, so our code should be concise here and it can be easy to test. So let's create another file and write it down, the date calculator in that. I'm just copying this and trying to add into the new file. So this is the date calculator here. I would like to mention again small thing. There are some problem like it can never we can use the const instead of let, but I hope this will automatically get fixed during the build process or during the commit. So last thing that we just need to add is like we will add some test case around this newly formatted code. So that's a age calculated test. Let's add this one, and we also has created some unit test for date calculator as well. So let's copy that one. Date calculator dot test dot ts and paste it here. So we have some of the specification here, like calculate date difference for year, calculate difference for single year, calculate date difference in weeks, and all these things. And it should get passed before we commit. I guess that's it for the like completing the age calculator. So at the end, we can just test our code. npm run test. You can refer the same code and you can try to find like how I have tried to cover all the possible, but if you feel you can add some more functionality, or you can change for some modifications, so you can always suggest, or you can just create the pull request, or you can copy it or use as per your requirement. So our test case are passing. That means the logic is working correctly. So now the last thing is that I will just add those file and commit those changes. So we are just committing those changes. So again, the same process will going to execute, like linting, pre-tier formatting, and at the last it will going to build and test it. So we are done with the age calculator library here. We have written all this code. I sorry for the like copy pasting the logic, but I guess it saved a lot much more time actually for us to explain some different and ongoing tasks. We are ready with our package to get it published over the NPM.js, so we can share this package. All this code is almost production ready, so this is well formatted code. We are also using the standards, and we are also using the different tools to help with that. So this will be the last thing. It has passed everything well, and the code has been committed. You can refer the same code during the course. And in the next videos, we are going to see how we can publish this library over the npm.js. So you can just use age calculator if you would like to, or you can create your own. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in next video.